Hey everyone, how's it going? Today, just got a quick replay to show you. It's a pretty tense replay, just sort of, we both reach Mana Frenzy and then chaos happens. It's a good replay, I think it was pretty good. And yeah, I'm just playing my Slither Sacrifice deck, which I've since upgraded since that last video I made on it, and actually since this replay as well. So this replay is actually kind of obsolete, but it's a pretty entertaining replay. But yeah, I wanted to say sorry about not uploading Minion Masters content for a while. I've just not really been feeling the game too much lately. I'm not going to force myself to make content, especially when there's no money involved. And YouTube is putting ads on my videos and not paying me for it, which sucks. But it would be like tuppenny pence. It wouldn't be very much anyway, so it's just tuppenny pence. I don't even know how much that is. I just it'll be 3 shillings and a crown. That's how much I'd get. So it wouldn't be very much, basically. So I'm not really bothered about it. Yeah. So you just not really been feeling it. I'm waiting for like a change to happen. The remaster is gonna come out eventually, which will be nice. But I'm a bit sad that the remaster just seems to be like stripping away game modes and stuff that I actually quite liked, like Draft and Mayhem. But oh well. I mean, you all will have heard me talk about it like loads before now, so I'm not gonna repeat myself. Just gonna enjoy the replay. The replay is like pretty good towards the end. There's like some good mana frenzy nonsense and stuff that happens. If you're not familiar with the Slithering Summons deck, or Slither Sacrifice deck, really, that's what it is. You just gotta sort of play over and over again. Play calls to the bound cards and Chain Gang, and you'll just sort of keep getting your Slithering Summons for like really cheap, and you can just generate some really big pushes that way. I hope that was a good explanation of it. It felt a little bit roundabout. I think hopefully you got the idea. I also got him. I also got that guy from my future present, which was interesting. His ability never triggered though, which was a shame. Next time he comes up, I'll show you his ability. I'll show you the text that he talks about him. Basically, it's just every two spells your opponent plays deal 100 damage to the closest enemies, I think. To the 2 closest enemies. There we go. First 2 times an opponent plays a spell, deal 100 damage to the 3 closest enemies. It's just a really bizarre card. It usually costs 4 mana, I think. It's just terrible. If it was one spell, if it was triggered on one spell, that would be okay, but why 2 spells? It just gives the opponent the opportunity to kill him with a spell if they want to. It's very strange. He could be a really good spell deterrent if he was just one spell. It's very strange. These guys were prime hypnotized targets. I just hypnotized them most games. I actually saw them quite a few times, not just in this match, just generally. They were in the game quite a lot. I think they're quite popular. I've never really used them much myself. I'm not a big fan of them like dying on me, even though like nothing's shooting them, because they you need the tech scrap to maintain their health, and it just kind of sucks. I also you may have noticed I keep using a musketeer in front of assassin. That's like a really effective way of killing assassins. It's really satisfying to do as well, because a musketeer, I guess, just has quite a nice animation when he parries and stuff. So oh, there we go. Probably going to hypnotize again. There we go, yeah. And they just kill each other usually, which is nice. Hypnotize I've actually been really liking. I'm actually sort of getting pretty decent with it now. It's not as hard to use as I thought it was. Because usually, if there's two enemy minions, you can usually like get them to kill each other if they're the same minion. And if not, you usually get 3 mana's worth out of it, as long as there's like a big pile of minions. You usually get your money's worth, so it's pretty good. And just trying to get the bridges back, I guess. I'm just behind in XP. For most of the game I was actually behind in XP, but I'm sort of catching up now. I've sort of cottoned on to his schemes and stuff, so it's looking pretty good. At this point I was pretty confident. And just trying to get some souls for the Soul Stealer, but he managed to play the Pincer of Dread. It's a I think if I was using my updated version of this deck, this match wouldn't have been so hard. One of the reasons why this deck isn't as good as my currently updated version is because of the future past and the randomness that comes with that card. It's like that card can like simultaneously win you the game, or it can just like completely lose you the game if you get a crappy card. One match I played it, I got Rock and Rollers for 9 mana, and since this is a cycle deck, that was just a really crappy card to get because it was just stuck in my hand most of the game. And I wasn't getting 9 mana's value out of it, definitely not. So, you know, it's just... removing that card was actually pretty good. And it has removed sort of the randomness of that card from the deck, and now it's more skill-based, which is pretty good. I'm not saying that Future Past and Future Present are bad though, by the way, because obviously they're not, because Cycle A Pep was a huge thing not long ago. He's pretty good with his Pincers of Dread though. He's pretty good at playing it just at the right time to sort of turn the screw. It kind of sucks. This is a pretty funky push as well. An assassin right in front of a blast monster, so you can't just play a load of dudes to kill the assassin, but there we go. Managed to hypnotize them and it worked out okay. So we've both reached Mana Frenzy now as well, you may have noticed. I've got one bridge, he's got another bridge. So it's all about just trying to get bridge control to get the extra mana, basically. And there we go. I'm trying to like shove my guys onto the bridge because I know how important it is to get the bridge during Mana Frenzy. There's my assassin, he's going to die from the wall, unfortunately. But there we go, I've neutralized the bridge. If the bridge is neutral, I would much rather have the bridge neutral than have it in his control. Here I'm worried I'm going to actually lose the match here. I was worried that he would get both bridges there, but managed to hold out. Shrapnel of the blast monster flying everywhere from the assassin. And there we go, we have both bridges. So overwhelming him now. Prowler comes in to help out Coranth Crystalback. I love the model of Coranth, by the way. I didn't mean to crap on him entirely earlier. His model is at least cool. But yeah, here we go. And the Prowler pounce for the win. So there we go, I thought that was a pretty, like, close match. I have been, like, laddering all day today, but I'm just a bit tired, so I don't want to just make a really long video. I will make a video on the updated version of this deck. Here we go, here's a sneak peek of it if you want to see it. So, stripped out the Future Present, I've turned into Stormbringer, and I added in a Snake Druid as well. So, Snake Druid is really awesome, actually. He's actually, like, a really good fit into the deck. Not just because he has cool Slither Bound, but he sort of can stop rammers and stuff if you play him well. He's really good. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. Do hope you enjoyed, and bye for now.